Gotmark76. This week we have a great show lined up for you today. Our main event will feature the AWA World Heavyweight title on the line as Curt Hennig defends against gentleman Chris Adams. We will also see the American Dream Dusty Rhodes take on Cowboy Bob Orton in a non-title match. And we will also see the NWA World Television Champion Sting defend his title against Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. But we begin today's program with newly crowned United States Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express, and they're in action against Cruel Connection. Let's sit down the ringside. And the U.S. Tag Team Champions here in action is Ricky Morton starting off against Cruel Connection number 1. Beautiful maneuver by Ricky Morton, takes down Cruel Connection number 1. Of course, the Rock and Roll Express won that tournament final just 2 weeks ago here on Gotmark76 when they defeated the British Bulldog. Oh, and a big kick by Cruel Connection number 1. And don't count out Cruel Connection here. They are looking to make an impact. Even the Wrestling Legends Alliance needs jobbers as they go for the cover and the kick out at 1 by Ricky Morton. What a big boot to the face by Cruel Connection number 1. Goes over, makes a tag. Here comes the infamous Cruel Connection number 2. And he's going to work on Ricky Morton. Cruel Connection looking like Hall of Famers here against the Rock and Roll Express, but Ricky Morton trying to mount a comeback and does. And now Morton taking Cruel Connection number 2 into the top turnbuckle. And Morton now eyeing up Cruel Connection number 2 and a leg drop over the top rope. Nicely done by Ricky Morton. As Morton showboats here to the fans here in the arena. But Cruel Connection number 2 having time and takes down Ricky Morton. Makes a tag. Here comes Cruel Connection number 1. Man, the Rock and Roll Express lacking offense in the early going of this tag team match. And Cruel Connection taking full advantage, goes for the cover. The referee didn't even count 1 before Ricky Morton was able to kick out. And now Morton with a backbreaker on Cruel Connection number 1. Rams him headfirst into the top turnbuckle. And I thought he was going to make a tag, but no, he's going to do that leg drop again. This time to Cruel Connection number 1. Nicely done. Ricky Morton in control. Cruel Connection number 1 makes a tag. Ricky Morton still in the ring. And it's a 2-on-1 attack. Cruel Connection in control. And a Savate kick takes down Ricky Morton, and Cruel Connection number 2 having his way right now with one half of the U.S. Tag Team Champions. Cruel Connection could shoot up the rankings here in the tag team division. A big punch takes down Morton, goes to the cover 2, and a kick out at 2 by Morton. Ricky Morton desperately needs to make a tag. The Rock and Roll Express are moments away from being embarrassed here on the Gotmark76 this week. A knee drop across the head. Morton finally makes a tag. Here comes Gibson. And maybe Gibson can turn this match around for the Rock and Roll Express. But he gave an opportunity. Here comes Cruel Connection number 2. Gibson, the fresh man, has not been in this match more than a moment and just got tossed out of the ring. And Cruel Connection are on pace for one of the largest upsets in my memory. Gibson now back in control, working over Cruel Connection number 2 in the ring. Outside of the ring. Gibson climbs back in. Cruel Connection number 2 stunned on the outside. Gibson breaks up the count but goes after number 1, which gives number 2 a chance to throw Gibson into the steel steps at ringside. What a showing by Cruel Connection here. Now Cruel Connection number 2 working the leg of Robert Gibson. On the outside, the referee's begun to count. He's up to 5. But a neck breaker by Gibson. And he's back in control here. Counts up to 6. And a brain buster on the floor. Talk about an attitude adjustment here. Gibson having his way with Cruel Connection number 2 on the floor. Gibson slides back into the ring. Cruel Connection number 2 has to hurry up. 9. And Braille just in time. Cruel Connection almost getting counted out, which would have been a terrible ending to this matchup, as they have been in control for 80%. And now Gibson in trouble. Cruel Connection number 2 making a comeback. I think we're going to see an upset here, fans. Into the turnbuckle goes Gibson. And Cruel Connection with a series of knees into the corner. And Cruel Connection number 2 in control. Robert Gibson in a world of trouble here. Another series of knees by Cruel Connection number 2. And this is not the match that the Rock and Roll Express were anticipating. And now Cruel Connection number 2 working over Robert Gibson. And a knee to the back. Man, the Rock and Roll Express have come out of this match very sluggish here. And they're in danger of losing this non-title match to Cruel Connection. Gibson with a chop on Cruel Connection number 1 goes for the cover. Is that enough to put him away? 1, and a kick out at 1. Of course it's not. Gibson should know better. Now Gibson picks up Cruel Connection number 1. Rams his head top first into the turnbuckle. But Cruel Connection number 1 making a comeback. Oh, beautiful neck breaker by Gibson, and maybe now the Rock and Roll Express can gain their momentum. Gibson climbing the top rope. Has Cruel Connection 1 lined up. What's he have in store here? He leaps, and a big fist off the top rope. That has to be all. Oh, Gibson does not go for the cover, makes a tag. Here comes Ricky Morton back into the ring. And now Ricky Morton working the leg of Cruel Connection number 1. Morton climbing the top rope. Look out for Cruel Connection number 2 trying to break up Morton on the top rope. And a big clothesline nails Cruel Connection number 1. Morton does not follow it up with a pinfall. Instead he goes to the outside and a big flip misses. Morton's gonna, hey, if it failed the first time, try it again. Of course it misses again. The AI having fun here. And I'm about to lose my game. I'm about to lose it. Suplex by Morton takes Cruel. Let's try it from that side. That misses the third time. Gibson now coming into the ring. Morton makes the tag. Maybe Gibson will have better luck. What nonsense we've seen here on 2K22. Swinging neckbreaker by Gibson. Please mercifully end this match. 1, 2, and no, a kick out of 2. Cruel Connection number 1 will not go quietly into the night. Yeah, that's right, Gibson. Shake it. You guys are looking like ass here in this matchup. The U.S. Tag Team Championship not on the line. And that may be a good thing for the Rock and Roll Express. Gibson now working over Cruel Connection number 1. The referee got in the way. And ramming Cruel Connection number 1 head first. Here comes some double team maneuver on the part of Rock and Roll Express. Big double forearm. That has to be enough. And maybe now this time he's close enough and misses. He missed. Oh, and a big spear by Cruel Connection number 1. Hooks the leg. Major upset. 1, 2, and oh, a kick out of 2 by Morton. Oh, and a backhanded fist by Crow Connection number 1 makes a tag. Here comes CC number 2. They are primed for a big upset. Misses a big punch. Morton now with a series of lefts, kicks, backhand punch, clothesline, takes down Crow Connection number 2. Makes a tag. Here comes Gibson. And a savant kick, leg lariat, takes down Gibson on top. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Gibson. Wow, we were moments away from a huge upset here. Kick to the midsection, DDT by Gibson. Is that enough to put away Crow Connection? Oh, and a DDT from the knees. Is that enough? Hooks the leg, referee position. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Crow Connection impressing me here. On Gotmark76 this week, we thank you so much for joining us here. What a odd matchup, if you ask me. And Crow Connection somehow back in control. Oh, and a big right hand stuns Gibson. Oh, and a big kick in the corner makes a tag. Look at this double team maneuver by Crow Connection. Number 2 throws number 1 to shoulder block, takes down Gibson. Does not go for the cover. I think he may have gotten him there. We'll never know. But Crow Connection in control, working over Gibson. They are moments away from a huge upset here. Makes a tag, and here comes Crow Connection number 1 with a big forearm is met by Gibson. Gibson now going back to work on Crow Connection number 1 DDT. Gibson scoops him up into a slam. No, he's going to drop him down. Beautiful maneuver. Scorpion death drop. Hooks the leg. Gibson on top. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Gibson makes a tag. Here comes Morton. And Morton climbing to the top rope. He's looking to put away Crow Connection once and for all. This match has gone on about 10 minutes longer than I expected it to. And a miss is a crossbody. This has not been a match for Morton. This match has been full of misses. Can Crow Connection capitalize? A brainbuster by Ricky Morton. Is that enough to put away? No, he does not go for the cover. I'll tell you what, the longer Crow Connection's in this match, the more chance I have of giving them the victory here. And a big clothesline takes down Ricky Morton. I've lost track of which Crow Connection's in the ring, and we're going to go with number 1, just so I have something to say. And Morton, kick to the midsection, has him lined up. What's he have in store here? Oh, a beautiful gut buster. Down goes Crow Connection number 1. Hooks the leg, referee counts 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Crow Connection earning respect in this matchup here against the new U.S. Tag Team Champions. This is a non-title matchup, and that might be a good thing for the Rock and Roll Express. Here comes more double team maneuvers on the part of the Express. Throws Crow Connection number 1. Double back body drop up and over. And now Gibson climbing the top rope again. He leaps in an elbow drop from the top rope. Hooks the leg. That has to be all. 1, 2, and 3. What a hard-fought victory for the Rock and Roll Express. Crow Connection earning my respect in this matchup. And of course, the wonkiness that it was 2K22 at times. Here are some highlights. Look at that. That was a miss by Morton, and that was the third of several. The Rock and Roll Express celebrating their victory. They should celebrate their victory because I'll tell you what, that was a hard-fought victory for them right here. Crow Connection gave them everything they had. Fans, We'll be back with much more after this quick timeout. So Cruel Connection giving the Rock and Roll Express more than they could bargain for, but the Rock and Roll Express able to hang on for the victory. An impressive match nonetheless by both teams, and Cruel Connection has definitely earned my respect during that contest. Next up here on Gotmark76 this week, we will see the NWA World Television Championship on the line when Sting defends the title against Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Let's head down the ringside for this big NWA World Television title match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Television Championship.
And there he is, the challenger for the NWA World Television title, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. And he is not making it to the ring alone. He, of course, has his manager, Bobby the Brain Heenan. And one has to wonder what role Bobby Heenan will play in this match. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when will Bobby Heenan make his presence felt. Sting, of course, won the World TV title back in a tournament in Philadelphia back on April 30th here on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel. And he has been a fighting champion ever since. But he has not faced many opponents the caliber of Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. No disrespect to any of his previous opponents, but Mr. Wonderful, a veteran, and has Bobby the Brain Heenan in his corner. And there he is, the NWA World Television Champion Sting. Let's head to the ring for the introductions of this matchup.
Introducing the challenger from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 271 pounds, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. And introducing the champion from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 263 pounds. He is the World Television Champion, the Icon, Steve.
And there's Sting, the World TV Champion. The time limit has been waived for this matchup simply because I forgot to select it during the matches. So normally we have a 10-minute time limit for the World TV title. This will be a limitless match, not Keith Lee. And there's the bell, and away we go. And Orndorff in control, the very early going snapmare takeover, knee to the face. Goes for the cover. There's no way. One, and the kick out at one by Sting. With what we've seen so far in this program, nothing would shock me but a one count by Orndorff in the very early going, and he is in control, looking to win the NWA World TV title here tonight on Gotmark76 this week. And a rake of the eyes, Sting goes down, and Orndorff very proud of what he's accomplished thus far, but he hasn't won the match yet. Instead, he's climbing the top rope. What does Orndorff have in store here? Sting getting back to his feet. Orndorff perched high. Orndorff leaps in a big right hand, takes down Sting. Orndorff does not climb the top rope too often, but he did it there. And that may have woken up something inside of the Stinger. He is coming back now, working the hand of Mr. Wonderful. And now Orndorff coming back in fourth matchup here for the World Television title. We thank you for joining us. Orndorff with a series of chops. And a big right hand to the face, and I think that has busted open the face of the champion. It has. Sting has been busted open on the forehead. And Orndorff, like a shark smells blood. What's going on here? The lights of... No, but Sting has made a comeback! That blood, instead of waking up Orndorff, woke up Sting, who drapes Orndorff head first, over the top rope, excuse me. And the Stinger in control. The Stinger playing mind games with Mr. Wonderful, and he has a camel clutch locked in. Can Sting retain the World TV title? The camel clutch locked in. Orndorff trying to escape and does. Wow. The Stinger using psychology here in this matchup. The lights went out and Sting powered right back up. But now Orndorff throws Sting to the outside, and these two men are battling it out on the floor. The referee has begun to count. This will favor Sting. Orndorff needs to be mindful of the count. And they are exchanging blows here on the outside. Oh, and Orndorff throwing Sting into the side of the ring post. That is a steel ring post, fans. Orndorff in control. Sting staggering on the outside, but Orndorff has to break up the count and throw Sting back into the ring. We may have a new TV champion if Orndorff goes for the cover here. Orndorff has Sting, and Sting using his head as a weapon. And now setting up Orndorff for a suplex. Don't ask me how, but Sting in control. Orndorff, no, reverses the suplex. Overhead belly to back suplex. Nicely done by Mr. Wonderful. Oh, and he's now rubbing the face of Sting into the mat and an elbow drop to the back. And that has opened up the gash even more on the forehead of Sting. Mr. Wonderful looking to win the NWA World title, TV title, but Sting trying desperately not to allow that to happen. Picks up Orndorff and throws him up and over the top rope. Sting will take a count-out victory here. Orndorff getting back to his feet. Bobby Heenan having a conniption at ringside. Sting now has Orndorff up on his shoulders and drops him across the top turnbuckle. Sting in control. This has been a back and forth matchup, and Sting takes down Orndorff. Could it be? It is! The Scorpion Deathlock locked in the middle of the ring. Can Orndorff escape? Sting has it locked in. It's in the middle of the ring. The referee's asking if Orndorff wants to submit. He said no, and Sting let him out of it. I think he knew that Orndorff wasn't going to quit. Hooks the leg instead. 1, 2, and Orndorff has the ropes, but no! The referee counted. Orndorff had the ropes. Oh, controversy here. Orndorff made it to the ropes. The referee didn't see it.
Here is your winner, and still World Television.
The referee may not have seen it, but I did. Orndorff grabbed that bottom rope with his arm. But the referee's decision is final. That is the Wrestling Legends Alliance. But I'm gonna have to look into this, and we're gonna see if we can get a replay here. But as of right now, Sting has retained the World TV title. We will see the American Dream Dusty Rhodes in action next against Cowboy Bob Orton in a non-title matchup. Don't go away. And welcome back to Gotmark76 this week. This is a non-title match as the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, takes on Cowboy Bob Orton. And Dusty Rhodes will look to get back on the winning track. The last time we saw him in action was in a tag team loss when he teamed with Hulk Hogan against Andre the Giant and Nature Boy Ric Flair. And Cowboy Bull and a big DDT by Dusty takes down Orton. If Rhodes can get back on the winning track, I'm sure he would be very happy with that. But Cowboy Bob Orton looking to impress and maybe earn a future NWA World Title match. Rhodes in control here in the early going. Big elbow to the shoulder. Of course, you need to watch out for that weapon. That brace of Cowboy Bob. As Dusty with a series of forearms to the back. And now a double axe handle, another one for good measure. Down goes Orton. Dusty rolls him over, goes for the cover. Is this enough to put away Cowboy Bob? One, and the kick out at one by Orton. The list of challengers for the NWA World Title is very long. Of course, we're all... what is this? What is the distraction at ringside? That's Roddy Piper's music playing. There's no Piper, but his music is blaring across the loudspeakers, and that has given Bob Orton a chance to power drive and spike him down. Orton now hooks a leg. Dusty in trouble. 1, 2, and 3. Cowboy Bob Orton with a big victory here over the American Dream Dusty Rhodes in a non-title matchup. But what's even more alarming is that in the middle of the matchup, Roddy Piper's music had played across the loudspeakers here in the arena, and that distracted Dusty Rhodes and enabled Bob Orton to hit the pile driver. Oh, could we be seeing a union between Bob Orton and Roddy Piper? And what does this say for Piper and Dusty Rhodes? Fans, our main event is next. The AWA World Title's on the line. Don't go away. So what a surprise as the music of Roddy Piper started blaring over the loudspeaker, distracting the American Dream Dusty Rhodes and allowing Bob Orton to get what I would call the upset victory. Could we be seeing the reunion of Cowboy Bob Orton and Roddy Piper? Stay tuned in the upcoming weeks to find out. It is now time for the main event. The AWA World Heavyweight Title will be on the line when Curt Hennig defends against gentleman Chris Adams. Without further ado, let's head to ringside for the big main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the AWA World Heavyweight Championship.
And welcome back to Gotmark76. This week it's main event time. The AWA World Title on the line as that man, gentleman Chris Adams, will look to win the AWA World Heavyweight Championship. But please excuse me, I am still in shock about what we saw earlier when Cowboy Bob Orton earned a non-title victory over the American Dream Dusty Rhodes after a distraction by the music of Roddy. Now, look, I don't want to speculate, but I think it's pretty safe to say that Cowboy Bob Orton and Roddy Piper have a history together. Could we be seeing the reuniting of Roddy Piper and Cowboy Bob Orton? And even more so, what does it mean for the American Dream Dusty Rhodes? We saw it here recently here, where Roddy Piper was facing off against Ravishing Rick Rude, and the fans kind of showed their displeasure of the hot rod. I mean, that was only a couple weeks ago. That's something we're going to need to keep our eyes on. But gentlemen, Chris Adams looking to win the World Heavyweight Championship from Curt Hennig. And a great creation by Pete to Pete. Curt Hennig looks amazing here. And he is wearing that AWA World Heavyweight Championship. He defeated Jerry the King Lawler for that title back in the early weeks of 2K22 Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Our channel's gone through a couple transformations since then, the Wrestling Legends Alliance and all of that fun stuff here. We've kind of hit a little bit of a stride here. We're doing announcing on a more regular basis than before, as the time has opened up and allowed me to do so. But Curt Hennig looking to retain the AWA World Heavyweight Championship, and he will have a very tough challenge. Chris Adams obviously made his name for himself in the world class in Texas area, but he could walk away here tonight the new AWA World Champion. Let's head to the ring for the introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing in at 256 pounds, gentlemen, Chris Adams. And introducing the champion from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing in at 246 pounds, he is the AWA World Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Perfect.
The introduction's made. Hennig handing over the title. The gentleman taking a quick look at it. Will he have a closer look at the conclusion of this matchup? What a great main event this is going to be. There's the bell and away we go. Hennig firing away with a series of rights, stunning the gentleman. And a beautiful suplex grabbing the head and neck of the gentleman, but who gets back to his feet. And now Adams scoop slam, down goes Hennig. And a backbreaker by Adams, and Hennig in trouble. Adams dragging Hennig to the center of the ring. He's going to hook the leg. He's going to try to end this match early. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Hennig. We were just one count away from having the new AWA World Heavyweight Champion. And had that match ended that soon, I would have called it an upset. I don't think it's an upset to think that Chris Adams can defeat Curt Hennig. But in the matter that it would have been, I would have called that an upset. And a beautiful overhead butterfly suplex by Chris Adams. And now he's climbing the top rope. This man has agility from the top rope. He's lining up in a big splash. Nails Hennig. He does not go for the cover that time. Now he's dragging. I think he realized Hennig was too close to the ropes. We have a new AWA World Champion. He hooks the leg. 1. And a kick out of 1 this time. I think Hennig, knowing where he was and being close to the ropes, gave him a chance to recover from that splash. And now Hennig back in control, working over the gentleman, Chris Adams. And now Hennig with a beautiful snapping of the neck. Could he be setting him up for that fisherman suplex? Here it comes. He has him lined up. Adams, it's locked in, but Adams makes it to the ropes. Nicely done by the gentleman. Curt Hennig has been perfecting that fisherman suplex, but Chris Adams knew where he was. He made it to the ropes. And Chris Adams is still alive in his opportunity and quest for the AWA World title into a bulldog. Nicely done. Adams in control. Oh, and there it was, a savant kick. We could have a new champion. Hooks the leg. Referee counts 1, 2, and 3. Chris Adams has won the AWA World Heavyweight title here on Gotmark76 this week. What a back and forth match this was. Curt Hennig had nailed the fisherman suplex, but Adams knew where he was. He made it to the ropes. And a few moments later, hit that savant kick to put away Kurt. Hey, here comes that next snap. And that is the precursor. Here it is, that fisherman suplex. But Adams made it to the ropes. There's that bulldog out of the corner, stunning Hennig. And there's a savant kick to put away Hennig.
And new AWA World Heavyweight Champion.
We have a new AWA World Heavyweight Champion, gentlemen, Chris Adams. Fans, let's send it back to the studios for a quick wrap-up. History made here on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel as Chris Adams, the brand new AWA World Heavyweight Champion. And our congratulations go out to the new champion. Curt Hennig was a great champion. He defended that title against all comers, but he could not keep up with gentleman Chris Adams in this matchup. And Chris Adams proved to be the better man, at least tonight, here on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel. That's going to do it for this week of Gotmark76. We thank you so much for tuning in. Our big main event next week will be a World Wrestling Federation Championship match when Nikita Koloff challenges Hulk Hogan. You will not want to miss it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.